I think it's still a very actual and up-to-date marketing tool. So there's about 32,000 exhibitions in the world happening every year. So, and 4.5 million companies taking part in those exhibitions. So that means that very many companies of the world use exhibitions as their primary marketing activity. And I really believe that exhibitions are also following the time and the trend in terms of the internet and shortening the gap between the producer and the buyer and the actual client at the end. What companies should focus on when trying to export through exhibitions from Moldova. I really truly believe that the bigger the international scale exhibition would be the focus to follow. It needs much more exposure, it needs much more presence in certain industry categories all across the world. So I really believe that Moldova can do and should do much more in the sense. So I think it's just the volume at which now Moldova is being active is not enough. When we still compare towards how Georgian companies do, how Latvian companies and Lithuanian companies do, I think the number is about 2 times more than the Moldova companies. So here the crucial element is the quality of the stand. If the quality of the stand is high and the branding is common in the sense of the whole country is using it and it does look good and it's modern and it's actually kind of enough scale, then it is very efficient and it's very good tool to use. On the other hand, if that is there are several different brands being used from different ministries coming out in a different shape and form, that gives a mixed message. It doesn't help the companies. And this is something that is very important to address, is that the build-up towards the exhibition will only work when you actually generate flow of interest towards your stand, not just wait and sit. And that's a very important part of common branding and actually marketing it. So the export category is definitely something that requires, I would say, more prepared businesses towards export in general. I do see there's very big differences. There are companies which are super well prepared, super experienced, but that's a very, very small number of them. And then there is a very big, vast majority which is really unprepared. Yes? And that is something where Moldova should invest in, preparing the companies, helping them to understand what is happening outside the markets and educating and helping them to try. This is not easy for companies to finance, and this is something where Moldova as a country should pay more attention to. Co-funding these activities which help companies go to the markets, meet the potential clients, listen, come back home, do the homework, adapt the product, adapt the packaging, and go again. Definitely, this is one way. Learning from peers to peer, the companies in the export morning actually can talk to companies that have already gained some experience and they can share. And this is a very good element to facilitate it, to help companies interact and learn from each other. But at the same time, the experience comes from doing, not just listening. So the company needs to get out there. It all starts with understanding the markets, and companies need to really learn and go and explore that sales process, which is a never-ending process. And then just repeat.